Hello, everybody, and welcome to these. That was terrible. I like missed out on the H and half the E. Like
Hello.
oh
Hello.
Hello. Hello, how you doing?
oh.
This is the podcast.
Actually,
Crinkle, crinkle, crinkle.
actually, yeah, Kat, do you want to do the intro?
No.
It feels like you've not done the intro.
Has Donnie done the intro?
Donnie did the intro because there was the episode where I was just like, okay, Donnie's doing it.
Oh, right.
That was
Okay.
the actual.
Hello. I'm Kat, and there's a Kevin,
Meow.
and there's a Donald.
Car?
That's the wrong bird. Damn it. And we're apparently watching Sonic the Hedgehog today.
We are
Possibly actually Sonic, but I choose not to believe that lie. We're watching Snowick today.
Sonic is the
Snowick.
false Sonic. Do not believe him.
Don't believe on those lies.
He is false. He is tricksy.
I'm Captain Bosch von Rotzenberger Dalmaska.
Oh, you are?
I'm
Good
Spartacus.
evening. And
Oh no, it was a
ruse.
ruse. Damn it! I was performing a ruse. How dare you?
So yeah, we're here. It's episode 51, everybody. We're at the penultimate episode. We have one more after this, in case you.
You and I, we're not doing it.
We're not doing the last one. Yeah,
So we're here at the
we've made it to-
penultimate
we're gonna stop
episode
here.
of the Sonic. Hey, it's the Boom Show.
Hey ho, it's the Boom Show.
Hey ho, it's off to work we go.
Hey ho, hey ho. It's off to work we go.
Ba-dum.
Yeah, so today's episode is entitled Counterproductive, which is very much how I feel when I do anything.
So yeah, you never guess what, guys. Episodes went out.
Woo.
The actual commentary episodes went out. In fact, Jamie and the Sonic Show put out a quote quadruple commentary bonanza of episodes
What the hell?
46 through 49.
This was his form of apology. Unfortunately, it was a very badly thought out apology.
Not an apology.
You know, he
wanted
tried.
rid of them. Let's be honest.
He tried, but unfortunately, his trying was very counterproductive. Hey, I'm tying it into the
Counterproductive. My, that sounds like some kind of segue, Cat.
Yeah. Unfortunately, it's not actually a segue into it. It's a joke because I've already mentioned that the episode title is counterproductive, haven't I?
You have now.
Yes. No, I had already had because I said counterproductive is how I feel.
Right. The end
Right
result
now.
is we have comments to go through.
Oh,
The
damn.
bad thing being that in the event people haven't put down a timestamp next to where their comments, as some of people have actually done this and figured out, hey, we might actually need to know which episode you're talking about when you're saying something. It's like, oh, I really hate this episode. Which one of the four? It's
The episode with Sonic in it. No, what's
yeah, episode with Sonic in it. Actually, that would rule out one of them, I think, wouldn't it? That would almost rule out no robots allowed. But so yes, no robots allowed. Fuzzy puppy buddies.
Woof.
I was waiting for you to go puppies.
Puppies.
Yeah, that. Designated heroes and role models, aka shut the hell up, you stupid platypus.
You know, you've heard a certain phrase enough when you hear "shut the hell up" and you're wondering "shut the hell up" Donnie is going to be said.
No.
To finish.
No.
You know it's gotten to that point where
So we've got a few. Okay. We've got a few things to go through then. Before we do any of that, let's go through the general comments. At the time of recording, episode 48 pre-show has gone up. And it's been out for about, let's say, 12 hours. And the post-show for 48 has gone up, which has been up for about an hour. So, but we do have comments to go through.
Yay.
As soon as I find the first one, I can move upward. We go back a bit, actually, to episode 46's post-show. Ria Custodio says, IMO, the Lady Walrus and food thing is much more along the lines of how...
Yeah.
Word better, but okay. So, along the lines of how, usually females, from my experience of whenever I'm dragged to parties, whenever party food is stored and saved for later, presumably leftovers. I know I do that when I see food I'd like to bring home some for lunch the next day. Anyways, I found this episode okay to nice. That needs to be on our official score thing.
We don't have an official score thing.
We can start giving episodes a rating, and that has to be just for Rhea. One of the ratings, okay to nice.
Okay,
I have a highlight.
nice.
Right?
Okay, nice. Wasn't too interested in the heatwave, to be honest. The Sonic Gang didn't have much here, except that they initiated the homeowners actually noticing that Eggman had robots. In all that time, he's been terrorising the village. They did say that they usually had their meetings somewhere else, probably somewhere Eggman doesn't attack often or at all. Yeah, that could.
Why would he? Why would he attack his homeowners association? That would backfire.
But me. I'm also of the opinion that Eggman's actual job is being a villain. Is it a job? Does he see it as a job? That'd be an interesting question, actually. Like, does Eggman see his role as a job?
No, I think he has some people may see it as a job, but for him it's his life's passion.
I think he sees it as work, but whether or not he sees it as his job is another question. He also has side jobs in brackets Eggman Industries to gain money for robot materials and the like. But his main job being a villain, and that means his main job is being a villain, and that means terrorizing the village to try and take over. Disregarding the villain part, it's a job, and therefore he's practically a civilian of that village, which in turn means having to follow certain laws like those of the Homeowners Association. Yes, but he's a villain. Doesn't have to.
It doesn't have to, but this is Dr. Eggman we're talking about.
It's like it's like being the town fool, being an actual job or something like that. Now I think about it. Also, Styx had more than 3 lines if you count those yes. When Amy first showed her that little portable fan that broke, and Storm-powered Orbot and Cubot were cute indeed, though I don't think Orbot would willingly trick Eggman into being overpowered just to souffle him. Yes, but he wouldn't need much of an excuse, would he? With his Orbot. Also, to souffle somebody.
To souffle somebody.
Yeah, that's a wonderful thing that we need to use more often.
That's a verb now.
Yes.
Congratulations, you've created a verb.
Somebody.
Well.
To souffle, to remove all the skin from somebody using cooking implements.
No, bad Kevin.
IMO, he's not that motivated.
Bad Kevin. You get no dessert tomorrow,
etc. It's my. What do you mean I get no dessert tomorrow?
You get no dessert tomorrow.
What are you talking about?
I'm just gonna go through your cupboards and eat all of your desserts, and then you'll no longer have any desserts. It's a foolproof plan.
No. Whoa. Okay, you're coming round my house tomorrow, yeah? And
Yes.
you're telling me I can't have dessert?
Yes.
I think you'll find it's my freaking food, and I'll have whatever dessert I like. Thank you very much. In fact, I might just go off now and get myself a bowl of ice cream and screw the.
You can't do that.
What do you mean? I can't.
You can't do
Can't
that.
do that. What are you talking about? Of course I can bloody do it.
I don't fucking know who you are.
What kind of, I don't know. This is probably the strangest threat I've ever heard. I'm gonna eat all your food.
I'm gonna prevent you. No food for you.
I'm gonna
With
come
a
into your
threat
house
I
and the
can't
mouth on
in
the back
any
of
way
my head
back
is
up
gonna
or
eat all of your
justify.
food. It's a very real threat.
Good. That's good. Who's cooking tomorrow?
Charlie.
Well, considering it's pasta, actually, I could.
Don't know about that. Anyway, IMO, who's not that motivated / confident / etc. Let's do that. Sarcastic comments maybe, but actually performing them, it doesn't seem like it to me.
Well then.
Sonic Fan 24 says, "Hooray!
Yeah.
Hooray!"
Woohoo!
Alexa Spirit of Wind, who is still celebrating not being grounded anymore, says, "You guys made me smile when you mentioned Sonic and the Black Knight and how good of a game it is." That's you two. It's actually one of my favourites in terms of characters and story development. It's nice to see other people agree that it's a good game in its own right. A very underrated Sonic game that's for sure... a very underrated Sonic game, that's for sure. Even though it has its own problems, I love it anyway. Well, that's the most important thing, is wherever anyone else says that you like it. But yes, it was a couple of weeks back, wasn't it? We were talking about Sonic and the Black Knight, the storybook game specifically. And
then somebody will get angry again because we're not talking about it correctly.
Probably not.
Well, we can't help it. We're too busy having dessert and stuff. So I mean.
You as well. God damn it!
No.
Man. Don't you start. I'll break out the razor. Get some hedge clippers on you. Yeah.
Who said I was eating your food?
True Metal Sonic
Johnny,
says,
come over, you're eating our food.
True Metal Sonic says Black Knight has a great story and controls well. One day I will have the special weapons. One day. Whatever happened to that third storybook game? It was mentioned a few times and then vanished.
You could.
Third storybook game.
It feels like there should be a third because they decided that the second one was part of a series.
They made it into a series to give them the option, and it also meant that the two were sort of then bundleable.
Yeah.
So that then they could put them together to sell them.
And sometimes I forget capitalism.
Yeah.
I think most people sometimes forget capitalism.
Well.
Point says, remember what happened to Sonic 4 Episode 3? To which I reply, nothing happened to Sonic 4 Episode 3. As far as I know, Sonic 4 Episode 3 was the dream of one man. Potentially two men.
Potentially.
Sonic 4 Episode 3 was two people from Sega America trying to talk, trying to develop some kind of buzz about Sonic 4 Episode 3, despite the fact that it never being written down or any of it, they were being on the books to do Sonic 4 Episode 3. It was like, quick, we have some influence. Let's do Sonic 4 Episode 3.
Let's make more Sonic games.
Literally, the plan was, if we mention Sonic 4 Episode 3 enough and teased enough, then surely Sonic Team will have to make Sonic 4 Episode 3. And guess what? That didn't work.
Is this
Well-
kind of like the plan of maybe if we talk to Disney's Twitter about SpongeBob, they will start making 2D animation again?
I don't know. It's just like, yeah, but the Sonic 4
But the
episode
fact
3
that one,
was
that's not how
never
that
gonna
works.
be a
Two, that's
thing.
not how that works. Three, that's not how that works.
Considering how Sonic 4 went down as a whole, I think SOA going, we want to do a third one, was probably just entirely met with a very cold look that went on until SOA backed out of the room very nervously. True Metal Sonic says, I never believed, in response to Pointer's previous response, I never believed that episode 3 would exist anyway. Storybook 3 was plausible. As I recall, this is technically back in my day, so as I recall, it was thought about. And I know that because there was like a Facebook poll which I did, as I recall, on the Sonic one. It was like, what would people be interested in? Or it was on the Facebook, or it was on like the blog, Nick. And some interesting one. And there was a lot of discussion about what would be a really good one. People like really high on there being like an Old West version, an Old West story. People were quite high on that. Vampires was the other one.
Oh.
As I recall. So it was going to be like Dracula.
The theme of Greek mythology seemed pretty big to me.
Greek mythology was one of them as well. I would have loved us to have had that, just so we could have had the Zeus man coming along. Could you imagine that? Eggman as Zeus. That would have been fantastic.
Well, technically Eggman is listening to us. Can you be Zeus for 5 seconds? I will throw money at you. Actually, I don't think I should physically throw money at you. You might take that in a very different way.
He's a voice actor. He can be pretty much anyone for 5 seconds. But no, that was episode. A third storybook was always more likely. The storybook series was never officially, stopped at all. There was never it was never said that we're not doing them anymore.
Please bring it the hell back. I would be into it.
I don't think they will. They won't, simply because whether people like it or not, it's lumped in with the media's idea of bad Sonic games. It was like, hey, remember when Sonic had a sword and how silly that was? Hey, remember when Sonic did
Remember that sword was an asshole?
Remember when Sonic did Arabian Nights and how silly that was? Sonic's in a storybook.
Remember when Sonic did something other than run fast, because he's kind of known for doing things other than running fast?
I have a work in progress. Well, I'll say work in progress.
Remember when Sonic did sports?
That's not so bad. But I have a theory that remember there was the not that long ago we've got the mod for Sonic Generations which put Mario in it.
Oh jeez.
I have an actual theory that had that been the game, and that what had actually happened was you just replaced Sonic with Mario.
Had that been the game, people would have been more appreciative of it because they would have thought that...
I honestly think that websites and media outlets would have rated the game higher.
Same, to be honest.
Just through swapping it out with something with Mario, that it would have gotten a higher rating all around.
I do remember a review of one of the Mario vs. Sonic games where the complaint was that it didn't have a Nintendo sheen on it. It didn't feel like Nintendo had tuned it up. It felt like it was a Sega game, and therefore
it was. So it was developed by somebody else, and therefore, because it was developed by them, as opposed to anything else, and we're not giving them as much mark. Which is true. It's true for the first two games because it was Sega's license, so Sega developed it. Obviously, with partnership. Nintendo wanted to develop it, and Sega went, "Sod off! It's our license." Funnily enough, if you develop it, you get all the money, don't you? And they're like, oh, so that's why we're not giving it to you. Yeah, it's like Sega paid an awful lot of money to get the Olympic get the Olympic license. Nintendo immediately wants to say, "Hey, can we have that?" No. Aww. But we're doing this thing. Yes. Our game. Partnership with you, yes, but our game. But we could do this with it, no. Not even at no. Of course, now Nintendo do develop it, as far as I'm aware. Because Sega have now been reduced to, 2 people in the Dell PC. That's all that's left of them, isn't it? 2 people, a Dell PC, and a fax machine from 2003. That's pretty much Sega at the moment.
2 people, a Dell PC, and a fax machine from 2003, apparently. Suddenly rap.
Suddenly rap?
2 people, a Dell PC, and a fax machine from 2003.
Oh.
Suddenly rhyming happened. Okay, rhyming does not make rap, obviously. There is a lot more that goes into rap. Much more that goes into rap.
This is more than your average everyday rhyming. This is advanced rhyming.
Sort of. Sort of, as you completely fail at the concept.
Yes, well. Alas, I am no good at rhyming. Was once, but I lost all the timing. So there we go.
I'm good at puns.
I'm apparently a lyricist sometimes.
I completely ruined Kev's feed last night on Twitter with puns.
It was the LMC feed, so it was fine. LMC.
You can destroy more feeds with puns, please.
Esteban Osorio Ibarra. Wait, Esteban?
Esteban?
Oh boy.
We've got to finish that at some point. We've got to finish off the dub.
Didn't we finish it off?
We did, but Kat needs to redo her bits.
Oh.
Remember. Pooch says, out of 52 episodes, Reed Harrison wrote 15. Surely not that little. Surely not that little. Out of 52 episodes, surely Reed Harrison has written at least 97.
Kevin, I have a Google Doc for this. Somewhere. Give me a second. I have a Google Doc for this.
You have a Google Doc for everything. Unless you have a OneDrive doc for everything.
Hang on. Sonic Boom episodes last
Very Metal Sonic says, when you start hiding your hiding feet, it's clear there is no shoeless model. Shoeless Joe sticks. So. Yes, out of 52 episodes, Reed Harrison wrote 15. Not really half of the show, but definitely over a quarter. Yeah, we were just being.
We're being silly, possibly.
Being silly by saying it's over a half. It feels like it.
Yeah, I made an episode list for Sonic Boom, and here's 15 times.
15 episodes. A quarter of the series was written by Reed Harrison. Reed Harrison, who we've still got no, confirmation is real.
The Dentan.
The Denton Han.
The Denton Han were involved in 9 episodes.
And it's their episode today, isn't it?
No.
Is it not?
Shouldn't be.
Or is it somebody else in their final episode, isn't it?
Yeah, they have the final
They
episode.
have the honour of the final episode.
They have the honour of the final episode.
Makes sense.
Well,
that's all the LMC comments. On to the actual comments for the quadruple commentary bonanza fest arama. Rosebell 2003. Is Rosebell the name of the fax machine? Rosebell 2003 says, "Oh, Tails kept getting scared by the lightning." Yeah. It's just a way of showing that. Actually, incidentally, if you hear a load of like bangs and booms in the background.
If you hear a lot of bangs and booms in the background, don't worry. It's just that everybody near where I live enjoys exploding things because there is a goddamn fireworks shop on the main road, and I don't understand why it's there. Why it seems to like cover up for 9 months of the year and pretend it's not a fireworks shop.
Well, you see,
Well, there was actually going to be a big show, wasn't there? Nearish us. But they cancelled it. So, but there's all sorts of various fireworks going off because it's the 7th of November. That well-known saying, remember the 7th of November.
No, basically it's nearing the end of the year, so chance each night of people exploding things. But this happens all through the summer and all through the spring as well. There are people on my road who really like blowing things up.
Yeah, the point is, guys, out of all of this is that if you hear bangs and booms, it's fireworks going off, and you'll be able to hear them on Cat's audio, and you'll be able to hear them on mine. Although there'll be different sets, obviously. Yeah. So that's the ones you're kind of hearing in the background at the moment are from Cat's side. Robert John Collis says, it would be interesting if Naga was Eggman's dad in this continuity. That's an interesting idea.
I like the idea that they alternate every generation.
Every generation an Eggman is born, chosen one.
I like the idea that some of them are Eggman and some of them are Eggman Naga.
Who's eating?
Me.
I swear to God, if it's dessert,
Not dessert. I have a packet of biscuits. And I didn't eat lunch today.
It's dinner. It's long past dinner.
Oh. I also didn't have much for dinner, so...
You had cod.
I had some cod. I had...
I know all these things. I know all. I know everything. For instance, I know Donnie's been asleep until very recently.
Indeed.
There you go, see?
We know everything. We know Donnie's middle name.
All.
We know Donnie's real name.
I foresee a Jamie appearing on the last episode. I foresee there being a great announcement. I foresee a giant pair of scissors. Shadow the Hedgedug. Sorry.
Doug?
Shadow the Hedgedug says, great video. Thank you. Blue Fly Kid. Hello, Blue Fly Kid. I'm still wondering if that was actually scripted or Roderick was just messing around and they decided to put that in. I think that's in relation to the and then stuff.
Yeah, there was a nice video remixing that recently.
Yeah,
I know.
There was one, wasn't there?
I really learned the fact that there's an entirely new aspect of Boom now that has started cropping up as of recent. YouTube poops, fan music videos and stuff like that.
The more material people are given, the more they can make.
Yeah.
Yep. Oh, are they making it alright?
Also, there's a lot of variety in Boom,
Yeah.
in like what's said and scenarios and location. There's actually quite a lot of variety. So I think I saw one a while ago that was just like Eggman just. It was a very long string of Sonic doing a load of stuff and then Eggman just going no or something like that. It was like so. It was just hey, why don't we do this and this? No. We should do that. No. That's pretty much all it was.
I think it's pretty safe to say that I wouldn't say it's reached this kind of status yet, but I think Sonic Boom is definitely starting to reach that level that Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog reached on the internet with like fan content and stuff.
Remix content, remix culture. Welcome to remix culture.
Remix. Blue Kid also points out an animation error on Designated Heroes, which I have gone back and checked, and you are right.
Oh.
Knuckles' umbrella, right at the end when he turns around, it phases through Tails' ear.
Oh.
Ow.
Yeah. It goes through the top, so it's kind of like forgiven, but even then that would mean that if it didn't phase through the ear, then like it pushed the top of Tails' ear down, which would be
Ow.
kind of. But yeah, that is good eyes, Blue Fire Kid. Good eyes.
Why? Tails is just like decapitated in like a billion pieces now at this rate with the way Boom is gone.
Tails is a young Vulpine. His ear will squash a lot easier than you think.
It'll grow back, you know.
And yet Tails never flinched. Shadomy and Sonomy Lover Shy the Hedgehog in bracket says, love these. Designated Heroes is my favourite.
Well,
Chaos Blade says, my opinions of the episodes 46. Though I had a few laughs, it felt disjointed and all over the place and made it very obvious 3 different people wrote it, which seems to be our unified agreement on that. 47, my favourite of the Amy focused episodes so far, and I really liked how much detail was put into the board game. 48, of the 4 episodes, my favourite, despite the scene of Roger doing vocal warm-ups, I like how it displayed the character's strengths and weaknesses and showed how clever Eggman can be. 49. Whilst it got some laughs from me and had some of my favourite lines from Boom Amy, I do agree it was flawed and the platypus was just a problem. Thank God for Sticks. Though I wasn't bothered by him as much as you guys were, maybe I'm just weird. Triple Jump then goes on to say, he is designed to be annoying. You don't like him? Well done, Boom writers. Also, the vocal warm-ups were probably the funniest part of the 4 episodes. Yeah, we did kind of say that we understood that he was written to be annoying. I think that our problem was that took over the episode, and if you're going to do 10 minutes and most of it is going, go away.
When have you ever liked a character being annoying even when they're meant to be annoying and thought that it was a good thing that they were annoying?
I mean, like, it's just, annoying characters can only go so far. Even when, I mean, to be fair, it's inexcusable when they do get annoying at all. But at the very least, if the episode moves on and doesn't dwell on it, then at the very least, like, you can look towards other stuff. But
well, that's the thing. That's the thing with regard to looking at other stuff. If I watch a TV program and it's annoying me, or it's just like, or there's a part of it that's to a point where it's actually detracting from the episode, I'm gonna watch something else.
Yep.
There's a beautiful explosion happening right now.
Yeah, we kind of gathered. Hey, reporting from the war zone is our special correspondent, Kat.
Beep, 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 beep. And I'm here to report that, according to my fancy episode chart, Eggman is most definitely like the main character of the show.
The thing, like,
and this revelation was what resulted in the war currently going on outside your window.
Possibly. I didn't
There's
know
the
I had so
pro-Eggman,
many fans of
anti-Eggman
this cartoon
camps.
that's not actually out in my country on my street. Well, it's technically out, but it's only technically out.
Solid Sanix, the Savage Lord, says Eggman really polishes my schnauzer.
oh jeez, he's referring to that bit from Fuzzy Puppy
I know
Buddies.
full well what he's referring
We
to.
know. It's just Mike Pollock, would you care to comment on this?
Doubt it.
This is an interesting accusation.
Run, Mike. Run as far as you can down
I knew
that
exactly
Manhattan
what
street
he was
where you're
saying, to
walking.
be totally honest.
Smug Sneasel says, a mashup of the latest episodes. I'm considering this a late birthday present because this is just what I needed. Happy late birthday.
Just what I needed.
Or you could be like everybody else and say it's your unbirthday present.
A very happy
First remind yourself that it's not the anniversary of your birth.
Candy Plays says, wish granted, Kevin, and then presents me with a gif of Keybot and Orbot taking turns to shove each other into that closet.
Give me this.
Yes.
Give me this.
Yes. You absolute
give me details,
star, Candy. Absolute star.
Hold on,
I
I might
could
do
just watch
some
this forever.
beautiful
You really
magic.
know. Oh, it's not even a cupboard, it's a loo, I've just realised.
Yeah, they're shoving each other into the toilet.
Hide in the toilet. You hide in the toilet. No, you hide in the toilet.
That's because it was actually specifically a toilet. I was very confused the first time I saw it and wondered why they were both pretending to go to the bathroom a lot.
Well,
Because obviously there's like one waiting outside for the other, and then they swap places. And I thought like, they think they're people.
Actually, looking at that, I'm not sure
That's terrible.
I'm not sure if it's like a unisex loo or there's just like two men symbols.
Give me a second. Well, I do the fancy loading thing.
That is.
So I'm having trouble with my everything at the moment
I'm so
in terms
tempted.
of loading.
I'm so tempted to tweet that out.
I'm tweeting it. You stay away from it with your. You stay away with it with your bajillion followers and whatever it is you do. It's mine, damn it. It was.
It's a whoop noise. You can feel it, can't you?
Oh boy.
Oh dear. Someone sent me a gif of the. A gif of. Damn it, Donnie!
What's Donnie done?
Donnie just put it straight up. You swine, Donnie.
Donnie, you little
But it was funny.
Got an Orbot trying to hide each other. Trying to hide each other. You star.
I just like how it's so quiet and all of a sudden, damn it!
Looking gif of Keyboard and Orbot trying to hide each other. You star. What's their name? Credit where credit is due. What's their name again? Candy Plays.
You wonderful.
Battle of the bots.
There we go. Okay, there's my one anyway. You swine. Swine, Donnie.
Well, it's okay. I can give your tweet a heart. So I mean,
Swine.
but you got a heart now.
TSSZ gave it a heart. You swine, Donnie. You porcine pestilence, you.
Damn.
I hope David Cameron comes along and takes a fancy to you.
What?
Allegedly.
This is
What?
like today's
No,
episode.
this is not
all
a thing
over
anyone
again.
wants to wish on anyone. It's not a thing anybody should be wishing on anyone. Kevin, that's terrible. I'm not. Kevin, no.
This is like today's
Genuinely
episode
bad,
all
Kevin.
over again, but with a twist.
Genuinely bad, Kevin. I'm going to send you horror images now.
You send me horror images, what? Of
So-
an empty bowl saying, no, no dessert. Oh, dear. Anyway,
What is this episode? I don't even...
let's see what we've got here. Have we got any more of the comments? Yes, we do. Brennan Lasker says, I don't like DB Platypus, but he's better than the Gogibas. The Gogibas are one joke over and over again. At least DBP's jokes extend throughout all kinds of censorship, and there's a legit reason behind his annoying actions. The Gogibas don't make any sense at all.
But here's the thing, though. It was all related to being a role model, and that was a joke.
I'm sorry, Donnie. You're not saying. You clearly interrupted me there, Donnie, and that's not something a role model example.
There is no point to the Gogibas because they're not there to make a statement about the universe. But the Gogibas have a clear reason for being how they are.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Platypus-
and
The Gogibas have a reason for how they are and a reason for why they keep doing it.
They're crap.
You might notice they're really terrible at fighting. They live in a little village, and the first thing that Sonic does is rescue them. They're really, really bad at actually fighting and standing up for themselves, so how do you think they're going to get Sonic to stick around?
Fine,
To do that
tell
thing that they're
everybody
all
how
incapable
you
of
do it
doing.
then. See if I care.
Mm.
Yeah, that's the thing is that the Gogibas, no one actually tells him they're being annoying. The Platypus, Styx tells him that he's being annoying. There's a difference.
Turmoil, which is the name of the person, says, man, you guys missed I guess Dave's PuppyCon experience was rough.
Oh my
No,
god.
we didn't. Cap said it. Cap mentioned about how it was the CSI thing. I don't think we really needed to go, that was a joke for the rough thing.
We no.
The whole point was that
That
it was
itself
the CSI.
is the joke. It's a CSI pun.
Actually, there is a sort of reference. Excuse me a second. That wasn't the reference. But there is a sort of reference / homage in this week's episode to a very well-known animated series. Have you spotted it? We'll see later when we actually do the commentary itself. Also, the puppy game is more of a Yu-Gi-Oh style game, game of turn-around strategy. One move and it changes the course of the game completely.
Technically, that's how every game can work.
I put this poodle face down and end my turn.
Oh boy. Oh boy, that's just gonna sit there in the back of my mind, you saying that. Actually, it doesn't even have to sit in the back of my mind. I'm changing your name again.
Ultimate. There is nothing better than card games. Apart from dog games.
I don't even.
I play Pots of Labradors.
But what does it do?
No one
Nobody knows what it does.
And now from the dog pound, I summon the chocolate brown Labrador.
Oh, good, more desserts.
Chocolate brown Labrador allows me to draw 2 more puppies.
More. That's just what we need. More desserts.
Kamala Khan says, who owns the house they all meet up in?
What in Cabin
I
Fever?
don't know actually. I'm not sure what episode they're referring to. This is one of the thing. Who owns the house they all meet up at? Sonic? Why would Amy invite people to other people's houses? Rude as hell. No,
Which episode is
Amy's
this
house.
reference to?
Amy's house is the nice one.
Because
nice
most of the time the characters are being shown in Amy's house and not the other characters' houses.
It's very simple.
Probably because she's got a sofa.
Yeah. If you see pink and lots of interesting objects, it's Amy's house.
Lots of pink.
Well, it's pink now that the green sofa's been destroyed. Cat has been.
Uh-huh.
You were exploded for a moment, I think, or something.
I know.
Yeah. Nuxfan24 responds, the show constantly shows different homes. Amy's house is the pink one. Tails is the one seen in episode 2. Slicks is the beachside shack. Sticks is a burrow. And Knuckles seems to live at a way bench. Yes, he does.
As far as I can tell, Tails actually lives with Sonic.
I think Tails hangs out there, but he spends so much time in his
Workshop.
His workshop. Yeah.
Yep.
The KPA 11 says, you try doing Styx' voice, then less than 30 seconds, you will see why she doesn't have that many lines.
Speaking of which, Styx had an interesting role in this.
Mm.
I say interesting by just one single line again.
I think you'll find that it's actually a conspiracy by the writers to deny badgers their just lines.
Oh boy.
They go on to say, with regard to the episode, I have to check designated heroes. Did Eggman's moustache look different? Possibly because Sonic shook it later on. Yeah, I think they probably did do something to that, like put some more like points of animation in there to allow them to do what they did. Prince says, with regard to role models and something you said, and goodness knows what it was you said, but whoa there, Cat! I think there's already enough of that all over DeviantArt. And we won't know what it is. Actually, I can play the time link and find out what's said. Hang on a minute.
Sticks, eat him alive. I want you to eat him
Do we really
alive
want
tonight.
to know what it is?
Okay. It was when you said, Sticks, eat him alive. I want to see you eat a man tonight.
Oh.
That's how much I wanted that character to just
That's not the kind of conspiracy we're talking about.
get out of there.
Also, one thing I have noticed in the comments, everybody spells cat with a K.
It's a It's fine if you spell my name with a K.
Spell it.
It's wrong. It's actually very wrong. But
It's a C.
I spent at least 14 to 15 years of my own grandmother spelling it that way. Despite being corrected every single time.
Well, everyone spells my name with a Y, so...
It was actually amazing when she finally got it right, and I was like 18. It's like, oh my god, she got it right just in time for me to be an adult. This is the proof that I've matured.
Don't worry, Kat, because everybody. My grandmother always used to spell Kevin with 2 E's.
Kevin?
Yeah. Apart from one glorious year where she spelled it with 2 I's instead.
Kevin, I like it.
Prince Kevin.
Prince Kevin.
Prince Kevin. I will get my ukulele out.
I'll get your ukulele out.
Although I'm guessing there's already enough of that all over DeviantArt as well.
You and an ukulele?
Next.
That's excellent. I'm going to search.
Cat, no.
Kevin?
When you start hiding...
Ukulele?
Cat.
Yes?
Stop. Truman says, when you start hiding feet, it's clear there is no shoot this model, which I think I said earlier. But
Kevin Carroll, educator group and private ukulele lessons based in Austin, Texas.
Let's consider that for about half a second. So, that's all the comments. But yes, there was stuffs.
The ultimate question: will there be comments next week?
But on the basis that 48's pre and post show has just gone up, on the basis that episode 49's pre and post show is already up but not live yet, and as I do this, I'm midway through editing pre-show 50. He says saving it in case Vegas crashes, and you've got multiple episodes.
We had an accidental DVD release
because episode 50 will go up tomorrow from our point of view, or it should do. Then yes, there should be. But please do leave your comments. Actually, you're at the end of the show anyway, the pre-show. So please leave your comments on this as well when you get the chance. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll let you know. We'll let you know what we'll let you know. It's all a mystery.
Well, to be fair, when is it not? I mean...
This is true. Or is it? Only time will decide. That and basic facts. So we'll see you over on the Sonic Show for the actual episode commentary, episode 51. But until that time, from Donnie.
Get ready for the lovely Styx, I guess, in this episode.
Yep.
She's very prominent in this episode, you know? I mean...
Totally prominent.
From Cat.
Okay, bye.
That's how you spell my name, okay?
Your name is spelled meow?
Yes. Please write as many different possible transcriptions of that as you can.
So, yes, from Donnie and Dave, and from myself, bye-bye, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.